Got my Coco here, and with my buddy Louie, who is debuting his micro-budget feature Purveyors to Czars here today. And we just wanted to do a little case study chat with him. So, Lou, tell us just how did it all start up?
Well, you know, it started from the gentleman that's sitting 2 seats away from me. Jim was a point of inspiration for this for the project, and I was like, you know what? We've been chatting a lot about these ideas, and let's go for it. I got some buddies that like to yuck it up in front of the camera, and I can use a little bit of the knowledge that I've gained through working in the profession. I do lighting on commercials and television shows and movies, and let's give it a go. Let's take on this creative challenge.
Cool. And so you had the idea for the story, and did you just kind of jump into it, or did you write something out, or
the way we kind of got started was I had this little nugget of a story, a goofy scenario that I read, and it was like, you know what, this will be what happens. Now let's get there. Let's find a way to get there. So then we just sat in a room and had the two actors start to chat. Started to ask them to talk about different situations or scenarios, and kind of let them find their way to what in the end was going to happen. So through the course of just literally pressing record and letting them kind of find it as actors, and then we kind of found the story as we went along.
Cool. So you kind of you started with like a couple scenes in mind, and then just it just kind of blossomed from there, and it just kind of took off from there.
Exactly. Almost had the MacGuffin, as they call it, for those film school students out there. The MacGuffin was there, and just had to build around it and kind of let the actors do that building. And then as it kind of moved along, boxed it in, kind of made sure it was heading in the right direction, and then by the end we were kind of really dialing it in.
Cool.
Yeah.
And like in terms of adding locations and getting all that kind of stuff, I mean, and that just kind of naturally evolved along with the story too, or you kind of knew like we got these spots and then
it was it kind of naturally evolved as well, but kind of stuck to that idea of kind of what I'd like to think non-dependent filmmaking is about, is not putting any extra stress or exploiting any location or actor or people in order to have it be made. Which I've had the experience in the past working on kind of independent films, lower budget films, where it's not the means to the end is almost gained through kind of overextending yourself, or working too long, or abusing a location. And it's like, it'd be nice to do these, be able to make a motion picture without having to ruffle everybody's feathers.
Yeah. So it's a good experience for everyone.
For everybody, yeah. And people aren't burned out or in that respects. And because it's kind of so low impact, and I took it upon myself as a creative challenge to see if I could literally do it with a bag of lights and the camera bag with the audio kit in it, and make a motion picture. And because it was kind of that mobile, we were able to be like, hey, you busy this weekend? Let's shoot a scene. Almost like you would get together with your buddies who play music and be like, hey, you want to practice this weekend?
Yeah, it's
write a song.
A jam session.
Yeah.
A cinema jam session.
Yeah. So we really got Jerry Garcia about it and just went psychedelic, and now we're here.
Cool. And just talk to us a little bit just about crew and cast, and just kind of who'd you recruit, and how did it all work out?
It was it was truly kind of working from looking at the tools in the toolbox and being like, okay, I've got my buddy here and my other buddy here. So you guys will be the main actors. And it was having them start chatting, and then we started at one of the fellas' parents' place, and they've got a really unique home, and it was like, okay, this is the location. So this is where we start. This is what we're working with, almost like you've chatted about working backwards. Like that's what our resources are. So now let's build the story using this instead of you're writing some wacky scene where someone's head explodes.
Right.
And then you got to figure out how to make someone's head explode.
Right.
You know, we didn't explode any heads.
Yeah, I know there weren't any. Maybe if you have that resource of someone
Yeah.
exploding.
If there is someone out there.
That's when it happened.
Yeah.